News OTT, News9 Plus. Download now.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Top Stories here on News9 Live. I am Krishna Kumar. Now we begin with the Parliament security breach that rocked both houses for the second day running. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, the lower house and the upper house, witnessed opposition uproar as soon as the session began. The chair was forced to adjourn the proceedings in view of the bedlam. On Thursday, as many as 14 opposition members were suspended from the Lok Sabha for causing disruptions. Additionally, TMC MP Derek O'Brien was suspended from the Rajya Sabha. The opposition is asking for a statement from Union Home Minister Amit Shah on the Parliament security breach.
You are the only person who is enjoying his conviction, his sentence, giving an impression suspense would you revoked. You were convicted, you were sentenced by this house. Honorable members, nothing will go on record. बैठिए पहले मुझे What is Karnataka?
सर पहले बताएं कि कर्नाटक में किस प्रकार से इनकी सरकार लॉ एंड ऑर्डर के
Honorable members, take your seat. Constrained to adjourn the House to meet at 2 p.m. today and request the Leader of the Opposition, Leader of the House and floor leaders to see me in my chamber immediately. Thank you.
सभासदों, माननीय सभापति जी, प्रश्नकाल प्रश्न संख्या 181 श्री बीएम कथीर आनंद सभा की कार्यवाही 2 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है.
Meanwhile, Lalit Jha, the suspected mastermind behind the shocking security breach in Parliament a couple of days ago, has surrendered to the police. He walked into the police station at Kartavya Path and gave himself up after being on the run for almost 2 days. The Kolkata-based teacher claimed that he travelled by bus to Rajasthan's Nagaur via Neemrana, where he was staying at a hotel with 2 friends and travelled to the Kartavya Path station when he came to know that the police were after him. The accused disclosed that he set the mobile phones of all the other 4 accused on fire. Lalit had fled the scene after recording the video of the incident. They had organized the quote-unquote smoke protest inside the parliament in a bid to draw attention to issues like unemployment, farmers' issues and the situation and the crisis in the northeastern state of Manipur. The group is associated with the Fans of Bhagat Singh Facebook page. Delhi police have got custody of the accused. They've been charged under UAPA or Unlawful Activities Prevention Act and other sections of the Indian Penal Code or IPC. The police have argued in court that their operation resembled a terror attack and that a further probe into their linkages is required. Meanwhile, all the MPs who have been suspended from the parliament staged a protest in front of the Gandhi statue inside the parliament premises, opposing their suspension for the remainder of the winter session of the parliament. During the protests, MPs alleged that the government's aim to transform the parliament was to make it into a personal party office.
India Alliance, all the MPs are united, and we had all been undemocratically suspended yesterday. And as a mark of protest, we are having a silent protest in Gandhi statue, in front of Gandhi statue. And we will continue the protest till the House starts. And the India Alliance leaders has decided to take up the cause of for which we are fighting. They will continue to raise that issues in the parliament. And we demand, our sincere demand is that the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, must come to parliament and make a statement and reply to the discussion on the parliamentary security breach.
Meanwhile, the Belagavi woman assault case is becoming a full-blown political issue. MPs from Karnataka's opposition, BJP, staged protests against the handling of the case by the Karnataka state government of the Congress party.
उसके साथ मारपीट की ये दलित महिला के साथ जिस तरह से अपमान उसका हुआ है, उसके बाद हाई कोर्ट ने सो मोटो लिया। हल्ले ಮಾಡಿದವರನ್ನ ಬಂಧಿಸದ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಧಿಕ್ಕಾರ, ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಧಿಕ್ಕಾರ, ಕಾನೂನು ಸುವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನ ಗಾಳಿಗೆ ತೂರಿದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ.
Meanwhile, BJP MP Shobha Karandlaje hit out at the ruling Congress government in Karnataka.
Kamala Nayak is paraded naked and she is tied to an electric pole, beaten, brutally beaten, and government is running their Vidhan Sabha session near to her village, that is in Belgaum. It's going on. All the ministers, chief minister, DCM, सब लोग उधर ही है, फिर भी एक भी अभी तक उधर तक नहीं पहुंचे. And it's happened in the constituency of Women and Child Welfare Minister, and no action has taken. That's why the High Court अभी बीच में आए हैं. High Court इंक्वायरी करना चाहते हैं, फिर भी सरकार चुप है. मैंने पूछना चाहती हूँ सिद्धरामैया, क्यों चुप है? Why you are silent? Why Home Minister is silent? Why DCM is silent? And the culprits are running away, and no one is taking action.
Meanwhile, the Karnataka High Court had asked the state government to file an additional status report on the Belagavi brutality case in which a woman was allegedly paraded naked, tied to an electric pole and assaulted. An additional status report was asked for because the bench said that the status report placed before it was too short on many aspects. To the Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, who has asked for a report after an open letter by a judicial officer from the state of Uttar Pradesh claiming alleged sexual harassment by her senior in her previous posting. In an open letter, the judicial officer requested permission to end her life in a dignified manner. On the instructions of Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, the Supreme Court Secretary General Atul M. Kurhekar has now written to the Registrar General of the Allahabad High Court asking for a report on the matter. The Maldives, under President Mohammad Muizzu's leadership, has chosen not to renew an agreement with India for a hydrographic survey, a month after requesting the withdrawal of Indian military personnel from the Maldives. This shift follows the government's India Out campaign. The agreement signed in the year 2019 allowed India to survey Maldivian waters. According to a report in the Indian Express, the Maldives government, in charge since the month of November 2023, has informed India of its decision not to renew the pact. This move marks the termination of the first bilateral agreement under the new administration, officially concluding on the 7th of June 2024.
Would you mind doing another layer, please?
Time now to shift focus to the Israel-Hamas war. The war between Israel and Hamas has now entered its 70th day, and these are the latest updates from the war front. The Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, says 70 Hamas gunmen have surrendered, that's 70, at northern Gaza hospital. The Israeli military has apparently placed a bounty on some Hamas leaders. Israel has attacked Hamas sites across the Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, US President Joe Biden has urged Israel to be more careful to save innocent lives in Gaza. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has told senior US officials that Israel will continue to fight Hamas until absolute victory. White House advisor Sullivan and Netanyahu, meanwhile, discussed the war in Gaza. The IDF has released footage of Palestinian gunmen surrendering at Kamal Adwan Hospital in northern Gaza. Israeli troops, in collaboration with Shin Bet Security Agency of Israel, engaged and defeated Hamas operatives in the hospital area. According to IDF, approximately 70 Hamas members surrendered, handing over weapons and equipment. They're now undergoing interrogation by the Shin Bet and Military Intelligence Directorate's Unit 504. The Israeli military has reportedly placed a bounty on Hamas leaders. They dropped flyers in the Gaza Strip offering money for information on their whereabouts, especially of Yahya Sinwar and other commanders of Hamas. Images of the pamphlets are circulating on social media. The pamphlet promises financial incentives, including $400,000 for details about Yahya Sinwar, $300,000 for his brother Muhammad Sinwar, $200,000 for Rafa Salameh, and $100,000 for Muhammad Deif. The flyer contains a telephone number and a contact on the Telegram messaging app, with the IDF promising confidentiality. Drone footage has emerged that shows people at the site of damaged structures following an Israeli airstrike in southern Rafah. Survivors and locals were seen amidst the debris, searching for any signs of life or salvageable belongings. Israeli forces have besieged the coastal strip, causing extensive destruction. Palestinian health officials have confirmed nearly 19,000 casualties, with fears of thousands more trapped beneath the rubble. Palestine's Prime Minister Mohammed Shtayyeh has asserted that international demands for the Palestinian Authority to revamp leadership and intensify reforms, diverting focus from the essential requirement of a political vision for post-Gaza peace. In a Reuters interview, he urged international movements to resolve the long-standing conflict, expressing disappointment that the United States has not employed its regional influence effectively.
What we need is a day after for all of the Palestinian territories. What we need is to see an end to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the materialization and manifestation of a two-state solution. The issue is give us a political horizon. We need American measures to support the two states. That's what they are saying. So the issue for us is not, whether we reform the health sector or we reform local government sector or this and that and so. That's not the issue. The issue for us is that Palestinians have been suffering for 75 years. And nobody, the people who talk about two-state solution, okay, the two-state solution has become like international anthem. It's just people, they need measures on the ground. That is the thing. This is a paradox that should not be there. So United States can put serious pressure on the Israelis. United States can tell Israel to stop the war. Today what is needed is for the United Nations Security Council to say with a very clear timetable that this Israeli occupation that has occurred on the Palestinian territories since 1967 should end, and this is the timetable that should be given to the Israelis, to the Palestinians, to end this conflict. What we need from the United States really is some sort of implementable measures. We need Washington to walk the walk, not only to talk the talk. So therefore, there are so many measures that Washington can do, but has not been doing. So therefore, the only country that can deliver Israel is the United States, and very unfortunately, they are not doing the work. Our people are starving. Those who might escape bombardments might be dying from hunger and starvation. Those who might make it out of starvation, they're dying of their wounds. So there is no medical supplies, there is no food.
And with that, it's time for a short breather here on the news on News 9 Live. Up next, we have a special documentary on the Maratha community's struggle for inclusion in the OBC list in the western Indian state of Maharashtra. Take a look at this. This is Krishna Kumar signing off.
BrahMos. Stealthy, lethal, precise. It flies at 3 times the speed of sound and cuts through a warship like a hot knife through butter. China's navy has threatened its neighbors, and they are turning to the BrahMos for protection. The warship killer. This and more streaming on world's first news OTT, News 9 Plus. Download now.